How excited are you for this event?
I've been excited about this event for weeks and weeks, ever since we were in Arizona. And this is going to be an absolutely fantastic tournament.
In no time to talk about it, we are off and running. Shane Thompson with a big break. We have George Walters on the other side. And we have multiple matches coming at you tonight. Shane's in a little bit of a pickle here right off the break. Going to have to play safe.
Yeah, Shane, fresh from the UK tour. Made a semi-final and a final. Had a great weekend in Wigan just a couple of weeks ago. But now he's made the trip across the pond to face up against the very best from the USA, and especially from players all around the world.
And George, trying to get out of this one, does hit a rail, so it is a good shot. If this is your first Ultimate Pool USA event, we have multiple events across multiple days here in Des Moines, Iowa. This is our shootout event, fast-paced action, and there's going to be a lot of it as Shane makes that nice little shot into the side pocket. We also have mixed pairs, an open event, a ladies event, a junior event. So much to come over the next 3 days, but the focus today and tomorrow is all about the spectators' favorite. It's the shootout format. 30-minute matches, very fast-paced. It's a spectator's dream.
Yeah, there's nowhere to hide in these sort of matches because it's, like you say, it's such a short race. Well, the race to 6 is the time. The match clock is 30 minutes. If you don't get a good start in this, you're in trouble.
And this is a tough start. I mean, obviously Shane's been making balls, but he's in a real weird spot here with where these balls lie. I do like this shot here. He blocked one pocket for the 15 and blocked another for the 9 ball. He never intended to make those balls, so purely a defensive shot. Let's see what George Walters can come up with here, because this is just a nasty rack, and it's going to be a time-consuming rack as well.
Yeah, well, Shane's problem is the 4 at the top of the table, tucked behind the 14 ball. But George has multiple problems. Plays a loss of turn shot. Basically forcing Shane Thompson's hand here. What he's doing, he's taking a gamble. He's thinking the 4 ball's hidden behind the 14, but I wonder if Shane's looking at a combination shot. The 2 ball onto the 11, up onto the 14, and try and knock the 4 in. This would be an incredible start.
Yeah, that's definitely what I might be going for, and that's a huge shot there.
Wow.
Watch out, 8 ball almost scratched or made the 8 ball in the side pocket.
Tell you what, that was some shot there from Shane Thompson. Not only that, he's opened up the rack. It's now at Shane Thompson's mercy. Easy 3 ball now. The 2's near the side rail. That's not going to cause a problem, and you can just see where the 8 ball is. Absolutely hanging, waiting to be potted into that side pocket. And this is going to be a great start for the Englishman.
Yeah, like you said, Shane coming off a pretty hot tournament over on his side of the world. Hoping that success continues here in the U.S. And there it is, rack number 1.
And so it begins.
We're all about fun here in Ultimate Pool USA. Had Shane Van Boning, the South Dakota kid, on our stream table earlier, shooting some content. Be on the lookout for that. And meanwhile, this break here from George is pretty good.
Solids. If he plays a 7 ball into the side pocket, he frees up the 2 as well in the same shot, and everything will be open for George. He's done just that. And just as quick as he went a rack behind, it could be level within a matter of seconds.
Yeah, won't take long with this layout. He's just got one, I guess, problem to work out He's got a second one now because he's overrolled that a little bit.
I'll tell you what, if he's been practicing out on the side tables, and then you come to this match table in the arena, the difference in pace, well, it's another world. And I think that's what's just caught George out a tad. It's just how quick the cloth is.
Yeah, he was able to make that ball and recover a little bit, but the work's not over yet. He's still going to have some things he has to work out. The 6 to the side, he can just follow up for the 3 in the bottom right. His 1 ball is going to be something that he's got to work for.
Well, he wants to draw the cue ball back in, so he draws it back. He's just pointed there where he wants to be. So just behind it, but he needs to leave himself just a little angle so he can screw back up, draw the cue ball back for the 8 ball. So
slick table, he's going to have to watch his speed.
Is he thinking of coming down and then back up and having a 1 in the side pocket? I think that's a more complicated shot. The 1 obviously passes into the bottom left-hand corner, so I'd be drawing this back.
I'm wondering if he thinks it plays to the top left. No, he drew back, and he did draw just a little bit too far.
Yeah, he's going to have to just take his medicine now, bring the cue ball to the right-hand side of the table and leave himself a cup with the 8 into the top right.
Yeah, I like stunning this ball and just drifting your cue ball towards the side rail. Even if you landed on the rail, the 8 ball still got the pocket. Don't overdo it. I love that shot.
Perfect. Played it with a pace where he knew it wasn't going to come too far off the side rail and sort of hook himself, not being able to see the 8. So this is perfect. What a great start.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to explain in words how exciting these events can be to somebody who's never been or seen an Ultimate Pool USA event.
Breaking off in rack 3 in this race to 6. The 15 just saved him.
That 9 ball is in a really, really odd spot. And the 4 ball is not much better. This is going to be a not so straightforward rack.
And just to join the 4 and the 9, the 8 ball's over there with them now as well. In fact, he's actually made them worse because at least before they were lined up in that middle, in that side pocket, and now they're not in a great place.
Yeah, and so me and you both know, for anybody who hasn't watched, what this is going to do, this rack, if you see a little bit of a safety battle ensue or just people taking extra time to shoot, this is going to slow this rack down.
Well, he tried to get the 9 out there by playing off the other stripe, and now what he's done, he's obviously taken strikes, but now you see the problem he has. What he does have is that 14 ball. If he can get on it to play the cut into the corner, he has an angle then to go straight into it.
And I think that 9 ball will fall, so even if maybe he doesn't get a good shot at the 14, he might be able to just play for the carom combo. He tried to break it out right there.
He's got another chance. He can draw straight into it. Draw the cue ball back into the 8, or even come off the side rail, then back into the 8, but he has to free that 9 ball.
Yeah. It's detrimental to...
And he has to do it on this shot. There's no good leaving it to the last shot. This has to be done now. That's brilliant.
This.
What a shot.
Oh, no.
That is savagely unlucky.
Well, and you can hear the crowd reaction there. These guys are into it. That was just very unfortunate for George. But you know what? It's 1-1. And we are over a third of the way through the match clock.
That's right.
This is going to get tight very quickly. I can't believe it's already been 10 minutes.
And you see that slide. So when you play off the side rails, when the cue ball strikes it, there's a little tiny throw. So the cue ball sort of slides to the right then of the ball, and that's why it's gone straight into the corner with the cue ball. So now Shane Thompson with a great opportunity now to restore his lead.
Yeah, the newer the cloth, the more the slide, and this is brand new cloth, so it definitely had some slide here. Shane's in a good position here because he can take the lead and feel a little bit better about that match clock going down to where it is.
Thing with Shane, so back in the UK, he's one of our top professionals, and I was just about to say, and when he gets his chances, he's so clinical and never misses them.
Oh my goodness.
That is absolutely unbelievable from Shane Thompson.
I don't know how that ball didn't fall. It looked like it was perfect.
The pace of it, it's just hit the rail just before, but normally they'll sort of wobble and they'll still fall in, but just the sheer pace of that, the way he hit that.
Well, and George has got to be feeling like this is his lucky day.
Well, you don't do anything fancy, you just drop this in and play the 8 in the corner.
Yeah. I like it.
And that's exactly what George Walters is going to do. And it's the American now. When he thought that rack had disappeared and he's stolen it, or was he gifted it? I thought he might go back to his hotel, chill out and get ready for tomorrow, but he does love the game of 8 ball.
He does love the game. It's his favorite game. If you ask him, he'll tell you this is my favorite game.
And he's so well known for 9 ball.
Yeah.
Well known all disciplines, and just a great pool player. Like you say, one of the all-time superstars of pool. And it's a pleasure to have him here.
This is horrible, Tony. I mean, this is... I'm not sure if the ref has declared touching. Oh, he did declare touching. So... because the 7 ball is touching the cue ball, all he has to do is contact a rail afterwards. And that's going to be a good shot. So again, another time-consuming rack here, at least in the beginning.
Got to be very careful what you leave here, because obviously the 2 balls nearly over the pocket there, so that's would be a nice easy starter. The 1 ball is also available, so if you play this too hard, and there you see he's left the 2 ball, and that was always the problem. Solids, okay, there is a cut. Well, there's one problem in particular, and that's the 5 ball, but all the rest are available.
Yeah, and I think if he can get a good shot on the 7 or the 4, he can just roll to that side rail.
Well, I'll tell you what, he thought he could get through the gap. I thought he could get through the gap.
Yeah. And he could not, so he played safe.
And you see by the dejected trudge that Shane Thompson has had back to his chair, they just cannot believe what he's just done there. Now, can George Walters see this 5 ball up into the top left? I'm not sure. He wants to take a little more time, so he's called his extension. Which also, that extension gives Stephen a bit more time to eat some pizza.
Calling me out. This pizza's really good. I can't help it, Tony. Look at this shot.
Well, he obviously couldn't make the 5 ball, so he's opted for the safety. And again, like you said earlier, Stephen, there's going to be a big chunk of time taken out by this rack.
I mean, this is rack number 4.
Well, if you were to take 5 minutes playing this rack, and George Walters wins this rack as well, goes 3-1, then that's a significant... I know it's 10 minutes and anything can happen, but it's still a significant lead for me. If you can get 2 or 3, it's even better, obviously 3, but if you get that breathing space on your opponent, and
yeah.
Shane Thompson's... I'm not going to say his head's on the floor, But he's not in a great way. He's not feeling great at the moment after that miss with the 6 ball and then just contacting the 7 trying to pot the 2.
Well, and the other thing that we haven't really talked about is George. This is a hometown hero player. I don't know if this is his home pool room, but I know that he's a local here. He's got a lot of fans. And for anybody who thinks that having an arena full of players or friends rooting you on doesn't change the game, it 100% does. When you have that crowd behind you, we saw it in Arizona with Eric Charlton and Tim Daniel. Those guys came with some absolute great matches, and they had the crowd behind them, and it energized them. Yeah.
Well, Eric Charlton's here as well. He's come up to Des Moines.
And excited about playing.
I saw him earlier. He's a great guy.
The 4-7 is in a weird spot. I feel like you need to take that as soon as possible.
I feel like you need to be just past the 7 ball. You need to make that 7. I think you need to play it with a bit of spin. I think you need to push the 7 in, but it's also going to push the 4 away. Meanwhile, we still got rid of a 2 ball to get rid of in the side, and he's missed. Well, after the perfect start to this match,
it's been a little wild.
Yeah, both of the players' wheels have come off a little bit. But both players very aware of the time and the clock ticking down. And it's almost like you start a match like this and immediately everything feels like it's urgent.
Well, the one thing I can say is that Shane is going to have a little bit of an advantage in this situation because he has been here multiple times playing on a match clock, playing with a shot clock, and a lowered shot clock. So he's going to be more comfortable than George is. This is something that we see with a lot of people who play for the first time. When that drops to 15 seconds, the wheels come off a little bit. And if the wheels come off against a player like Shane Thompson, who's in top form, you're never going to get him back on. But Shane isn't quite there at the moment. He just needs to finish this run, and I feel like he'll be in a good spot to try and control some of this match.
Yeah, well, this rack should be over now. He's got the angle on the 15. He just saunters the cue ball up to the top rail, anywhere up there, and those 2 balls are dead. 8's in the middle of the table with nothing surrounding it, so this would be a bigger miss than the 6 ball that Shane didn't manage to pocket a couple of frames ago.
Yeah, I'm betting my bottom dollar here that he's going to come out just fine. Yeah. Table's moving quickly, and he seems to have the speed down.
Well, this for 2-2. And in it goes. And Shane Thompson from England levels a match against the local boy. And now he's moved to the side, made a ball this time, using more cut break.
The last couple racks have not been great with the cue ball placement after the break. Seems like it's always tied up against something. Shane's got a decision to make here. What do you like, Tony? I think I like the stripes if he can get an opening shot. The 11 ball goes in the right-hand side.
I'd rather have solids, I've got to say. But it's getting one.
And he did good to get that stripe. He played a phenomenal carom shot. Can he see the 11 ball to make it in the side pocket? I don't know if he can.
I'll say no.
I'll say it's too risky to
It
find
is because
out.
he's already tried that once and misjudged one when he hit the 7 trying to pot the 2. Now he's got it.
Yeah. That's a really good shot. And he's really set himself up to get shape on the 14, which leads to the 15 and the 10. This is a good run by Shane Thompson here. He's just got to execute it to get out. And for being a big guy, Shane has the nicest touch on the cue ball. He's very good at just those gentle touch shots.
Yeah, he's a very, very, very good cueist, Shane Thompson.
And there you heard the bell. This is the last shot played on a full 30-second shot clock. We are now into the 15-second shot clock, so it's going to get a little bit more fast, a little more furious. We're going to see some fireworks.
And you just saw then Shane Thompson has picked up the pace as he went around the table, and that's brilliant, perfect. And Thompson has really answered the questions here from 2-1 down.
And you got a little bit of crowd support there from Shane Thompson.
I think the crowd are appreciative. They know good pull when they see it, and they like that finish. It was a well thought out.
So you're not going to see every shootout player tonight, but every match tonight, the player that wins will move into.
Well, there was a bit of a seeding, wasn't there? Because I mean, the 8 players that got put through are all big players.
Yeah, you know, I don't know all the details. I'm not in charge of that or involved.
Well, we've got Sam Henderson. He would have gone through because he won the last shootout.
Yeah,
in Arizona. You've got Justin Bergman,
Tom Cousins,
Craig Waddingham, Shane Van Boning.
Yeah, Johnny Archer. We've got Dennis Hatch later tonight as well. Yeah,
another one of USA's famous superstars. Moscone Cup.
Oh, George's first couple of shots on that 15-second shot clock, he almost shot that ball a little wide.
Tell you what, though, he's still going well. Do you play the 1 and then the 7? I think you've got to go that way and then the 3 last.
I think I like the 1-7-3.
Yeah. Has to be, because the 3 onto the 8's just easy, so you just drop in the 7.
He's called his extension here. It does get an extra little bit of time on the clock.
You just want to run past the 11 just slightly, leave with a slight angle so you can just run into the 15 with a cue ball, and the 8's easy up, and that's okay. You can. I think you punch this in now.
Yeah, now you're going to kind of hit it with a stun follow shot, and it's going to let the cue ball drive into the 15 and just move it out. Keep the cue ball on the right side.
Like a punch golf shot.
Yep. Oh, he was able to just stop it.
Yeah, well, it looked like he had a bit of angle there.
Yeah, I thought he did too. Maybe he was able to create less of an angle. But this is a good start to the Ozone Billiards Iowa Shootout.
Thompson staying with the cut break.
Oh, no.
And he will not be happy with that. He's made the cue ball in the side pocket. And now George Walters with a pretty open rack here to get his nose in front. Last time he was in front, it was 2-1. This to make it 4-3. I think he looks pretty good under the 15-second clock. In fact, I think he looks a bit better.
Yeah, I can't disagree with you there.
Well, the one thing that the 15-second clock does, it makes your mind up for you. You know, when you're a little bit caught in too much, you haven't got that option. You've just got to get on with it. You think, right, I'm going to play that shot, and to hell with the rest. That's it. Now this is a shot playing his 14. He needs a cue ball to push off the solid and come back off the side rail. Oh, a friendly bump, or is it? He can get through. He's going to try and draw the cue ball through the gap of the 3 and the 5 to go up for the 8. Well, he's come past the 3.
Oh, wow.
More angle than I thought he had. And this is a great rack for George Walters. This is after Thompson had gone in off. Thompson made the cue ball in the side pocket, and Walters has absolutely decimated that finish.
Well, when it comes to the players that have come over from the UK, there's a ball in. This is not good for Shane. Great for George, though.
Look at the split. Look at that split.
when you think about some of the UK players that do come over,
Yeah.
and the potential matchups against SVB, the three names that I think of immediately are Tom Cousins, Craig Waddingham, and Shane Thompson. So, yeah. But George wants that match for himself.
Well, we're missing one big name from the UK that would normally be here, and that's Chris Melling.
Yeah.
And he's another one. Nice friendly double bump off the 7 ball there for George. He can now make the 9 into the side pocket. Got to be a little bit careful with the cue ball.
Yeah, can't get careless with the cue ball.
No, that's what I mean. He's called his extension at the right time. Just settle yourself, because he needs to watch, because he's going to be running into this 14 from the 9. It needs to nudge it just straight ahead of him.
That's a good bump, but the 6 balls, the 6 and the 10 have made things a little bit more difficult.
There's me colorblind. I thought the 14 was the 10. Now then, can he get through? He must be able to. Such a good positional shot he's played there, George Walters.
What's he going to do for the 8 ball?
Screw straight back here. There you see, it's got the gap. 8 ball into the top corner. And this for a 2-frame cushion.
Yeah, this is, if you're a Shane Thompson supporter.
It wiped its feet. It's safe.
If you're a Shane Thompson supporter, you are not liking this, because George Walters has come out here and stolen some games.
Thompson is now back against the wall, trailing by 2, under 4 minutes left on the clock, needing balls now off this break. That cue ball's going to be gone again. Oh my word. Look at stripes.
Oh,
The
it's
bottom of
tap,
the table.
tap.
Make the first ball and they're gone. Do you know what? I'll be playing the 10.
Ball. Yeah, I like the 10 ball here.
I like the 10 ball.
Oh, touched ball.
Oh,
This is
my
tough.
God. That's at 6-3. You think that's pretty much the match. Thompson has been thrown a life belt.
Here's the tough part, though. If he does run this out, he's got to fade George's break.
What's he done? What is going on in this arena? How on earth has Shane Thompson missed that ball?
We said this was going to be fireworks, but I didn't expect him to miss that ball. Shane's.
How has he missed that?
Shane's gutted right now.
Well, I'll tell you what. If I'd missed that ball, I'd be going straight to the travel agents and booking myself a round the world cruise on the end of a torpedo.
Oh man,
that is an absolute killer miss. I'm absolutely gobsmacked.
that's just wild. I'm not sure. It seems like George is stalling the clock a little bit. I don't know if he realizes that he only needs this game. No reason to stall.
No, but
You got an easy run out.
Yeah. Maybe he thinks if he might miss that he's eating up the clock.
Maybe so.
In that way.
I just don't see him missing from here.
I don't.
You don't want to mess around and accidentally take
I
a
don't
time
think I
foul
played
or
that at that pace. I think he could have just rolled that in very gently and just played a 6 into the top left-hand corner.
You know what I think this is? I think this is nerves. I think it's just a little bit of nerves.
And he had an extension and now he's used it. Yeah,
Minute 30 on the clock. This is everything but done. You know, it's tough for Shane because in this format, we do have the golden break and the golden duck.
Well, I'll tell you what. Now then, Shane Thompson needs to knock this in and pray. Has to make this finish and pray. You were just mentioning golden breaks and golden ducks. Now they do come into play in shootout pool.
Shane's come up real short on that. He's going to cut this ball really thin.
Oh, he's overcut
and he's
it.
missed it, and he's
conceded the match.
Wow. Well, that's a big one. It happened so quickly. It's kind of hard to follow, honestly, but there were so many crazy situations in that match. George Walters moves on in the Iowa Shootout